For more on this, we're talking about Mother Nature wreaking havoc on the crops in the United States. There's concern over the long-term effects on the environment, but sustainable agriculture is a way of raising food that is healthy for consumers and also animals, as well as the environment. Joining us now live is David Chen, founder of Equilibrium Capital Group, an investment firm building a portfolio of assets in key sectors such as sustainable development. Thank you very much for being on the show here. We've talked about this subject before, and I think I've asked you this question before, but plenty of experts out there have been telling the public that we're going to be out of food, we're going to be out of water, we're going to be out of all these resources every year for at least the past 10 years that I remember. What makes this year different?
I think this year is really a wake-up call. There's been just in the last few months, in fact, Jeremy Grantham at GMO just published in his July newsletter a tremendous piece on the investment issues surrounding global food. And McKinsey & Company just published last quarter some tremendous work on the constraint of natural resources. Phil, what this really boils down to is that we've got several billion people across the world entering the middle class and consuming. And they're consuming meat, and they're moving from grain-based diets. And the world has a fixed amount of arable land. So not only do we have the pressure of a growing demographic population, we also have the issue of the land and the food crops being traded off now for energy crops. And then you put on top of that this climate issue that we had this year, and it sort of just topples like a set of dominoes.
We've got a horrific drought here in the United States, and we've got odd weather around the world as well.
Yep.
I mean, not just in China, but also in India and other parts of the world where they're experiencing some of this trauma for food. Companies like potash and the fertilizers, they stand to benefit because they help increase productivity on farming land. But as for investors, where are you guiding your investors to invest in? Because I'm going to guess that not all soft commodities are the same.
That's true, and there's a I think for the last several years, the large sovereign wealth funds as well as the large pension funds in some ways have been leading the trend, and let's put the public equities and the companies that participate in the growth here aside. One of the macro trends that we see in investments is a move towards real assets, that is buying land. And so if you really look across the world over the course of the last 5-6 years, tremendous piles of money have been raised and deployed buying simply farmland. And it's being bought for a variety of reasons, not only because of the supply-demand issues, but also for food security.
We're almost out of time, but just very quickly, I mean, as people are watching from around the world, one thing that America has in China, as with the rest of the world, is we buy all this stuff.
Right.
Are you saying that basically the prices are going to continue to creep higher?
I think we're going to continue to absolutely see prices increase, and sustainable farming is a critical component because we have limited input, limited output.
Thank you very much. We'll have you on again, David Chen.